Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Virgo June 2, 2022. Venus aligns with Neptune today, and you're approaching a relationship matter from a new, and likely more understanding, perspective. It's a time to listen to your heart and recognize what you truly want. It can take some trial and error, but it may well be worth the effort. Still, today's energies require that you don't force anything. Aim to allow yourself to dream and imagine, but don't ruin a good thing by expecting far too much, too soon. It's a time to connect with your spiritual, emotional, romantic, or imaginative needs and embrace them. Dreams and hopes or wishes are inspiring now. If there is a time for mending broken fences or forgiveness, this is it. Your sympathies heighten, and it's an excellent time to develop new ideas for long-term happiness goals. The moon, celestial ruler of your curious third house of communication, continues to glimmer through Pisces and your socially conscious 11th house of associations, community affairs, and individual freedom, which means you're not only more future-oriented than usual but also prone to leaning on friends and peers for support at this time. While there's nothing wrong with seeking someone else's opinion or validation, today's Moon-Venus-Neptune in Pisces conjunction urges you to be discerning about your romantic feelings for someone and where they do or don't fit into the status quo. There's no need to sacrifice your love story to fit in. How connected do you feel to your professional community and aspirations? The mutable moon in Pisces may have fleeting feelings regarding these aspects of your work life. Since the moon sextiles Uranus in your sign, you may feel aligned to such aspects one moment and then feel totally separated the next. As you waver in your feelings, take a moment to ground yourself. Ask yourself what drew you to certain professional connections, groups, and networks in the first place. Remind yourself what inspired you to follow your dreams. These fleeting feelings will pass as the day unfolds. It's time to let go of some old habits and attitudes. Perhaps you need to overcome an addiction. You might want to seek some help if you want to quit smoking, drinking alcohol, or eating too much. Hypnosis can be a powerful tool to help to reprogram the mind. Find a qualified hypnotherapist who has experience with healing addictions. Banishing your addictions will help you save lots of money in the long run. In your private life, you feel like you're walking through a minefield. One false move and there will be an explosion. This will really put you to the test. Don't let others blame you for everything, sometimes they are at fault too. Remember to be open for other points of view when it comes to solving problems. Reconciling both is a difficult, but not impossible task. This is not like you. Usually, you're a slow and steady kind of person. Today you want to climb into the driver's seat of a race car and see how fast you can go. Enjoy yourself. But drive safely. If a lot of new things happen and not all appear positive at first, be prepared for subsequent surprises. Accepting disruption or changes in your love life, you approach matters in a self-assured and positive way, even if it does not follow your ideal plan. Allow for plenty of improvement and progress in your love life. A temporary setback with regard to your career might have you feeling a bit disoriented right now. Modern equipment of some kind might be involved. Don't make yourself crazy, this is only temporary, and will be straightened out. Your own determination, efficiency, and practical abilities should have it taken care of in no time. Basically, you're probably feeling quite optimistic for the future, and not likely to change that energy anytime soon. Are you a little anxious today? It's possible. Today's vibrations are electric. You will have to choose between taking action or undertaking short-term projects rather than working on things that require patience. Watch out concerning how you react around people because real tensions already exist, and they could get worse or there could even be some breakups. Because Mercury retrograde back out of your career sector last week, he wasn't here for the new moon earlier in the week, but a direct turn tomorrow will allow him to reap the benefits. While still 12 days away from returning, it is Mercury's direct turn tomorrow that will bring him back for a double dip visit, while the things triggered by the new moon are still unfolding. Yet with Saturn just days away from turning retrograde in your work sector, Mercury is not only holding back but is urging you to embrace his last full day in retrograde motion in an adventurous part of your chart. While Venus will continue to bring the spirit of romance and adventure together until leaving an adventurous part of your chart later in the month, it will be without a sense of nostalgia that is in the mix today. It is Mercury's last full day in retrograde motion here that is not only bringing a mix of romance, adventure, and nostalgia together, but while the doors are open to the past and second chances. Our eyes in the sky. Yesterday, we experienced a major emotional shift in energy that set the stage for today's aspect, but that doesn't mean today will be any less emotional. This energy that we're collectively experiencing is going to soften hearts and allow us to believe in the goodness of others. Your altruistic side could push you to donate to a charitable or humanitarian organization, but it's important to be careful. You could find that you've been deceived or haven't heard the whole story about the group. In terms of love, this is one of the dreamiest times of the year, and we all want to dive into deep emotional waters. You won't want to come up for air, preferring instead to be lost in your feelings and live in an unrealistic haze. If you're an artist, this is a lovely day to embrace your talent. Ideas can flow freely, and you might find that you're able to produce more than usual. Let the creativity pour out of you today. The moon is quiet in Cancer and making no major planetary aspects today. When we see this happen, it means that the moon is void of course. As many astrologers say, the moon isn't working, so neither should you. This is a time when you can sit back and reflect on the past in order to understand where you're going. Allow yourself to be at one with the universe and take a step back to relax, and you could find that things work out in your favor. Something you might want to do is start your spring cleaning. A void of course moon is a great time to go through boxes, toss out clutter, and get organized. It's also a wonderful time to add some self-care to your day. If you long to get a massage or do some yoga, schedule an appointment or go to a class. We should guard against arriving at simplistic conclusions. Psychic impressions can be mistaken for solid truths without fact-checking. We believe we simply know something without doing our due diligence. While our intuitive impressions might be on target, we'll deprive ourselves of crucial intel if we think we have all the answers. The best use of this transit will be to decry our expectations and put ourselves to work in a research capacity. Logical investigations can help us to gain valuable insights. Secrets may be divulged which provide a new awareness of our surroundings. Conversations with those in power enlighten us about our own unconscious motivations. No matter what the circumstances, this promises to be an interesting day. Before noon, the Cancer moon aligns with Chiron in Cancer, poking a raw nerve. We may now feel especially self-conscious and, subconsciously, we fear setting ourselves apart from the herd. In youth, our uniqueness and individuality might not have been supported. Paradoxically, in adulthood, the best way to champion our insecurities is to face them head-on. Through self-declaration, we offer our inner child the encouragement we lacked. Taking action might still feel awkward, yet the more we practice, the better the reception we receive from others. They, in turn, take a play from our book, as our courage demonstrates that they are equally capable of advocating for their independence.